White Steel, and I will be talking to you all about improving our club's inventory management, other known as CIM. So what is CIM? CIM is actually the club's inventory management, and we have a series of tools that the floor partners have readily accessible, as well as the management team. So the tools include the TC70, the MC40, the Tailzone, which is the pretty old one, they call it the dinosaur, and then we have a no location report and a reserve owner report. So these tools, they are used in the store to track the store's inventory. They give off the aisle's location. They create labels for pallets going into the steels and coming out of the steels. We use the tools for price changes and item lookups. And then on your own inventory, that's available on the MC40s and the TC70s, not the Tailzone. And then you use it for audits and more. So for night crew, I came up with a few ways for them to remember how to scan in items and how to make sure that they're being responsible and held accountable for making sure that everything's running smoothly. So I came up with recaps. So first they receive the items in, so they get it through the receiving dock. Then they create the pallet labels if they don't come from like the DC where the pallet labels are already on there. Then they assign the location by scanning it in with the Tailzones or the MCs or the TC. And then they place the pallet in the steel. And then I have a video of Mr. John. He is actually scanning in merchandise as a quick example.
Thank you.
And then he's gonna go ahead and use a forklift to put it back in the steel. So for days, we have for them to locate in a handheld of some sort so that they can use it to scan items out of the steel, make sure that they're where they're supposed to be. Then we have determine, which they use the handheld to do. They determine the location of the item that they're trying to drop with the handheld. And the process differs depending on the type of handheld that the floor partner has. Then they use a forklift to pull the pallet out of the steel, and then they scan. They'll use the handheld to scan the reserve location label, and then they remove the pallet from the reserve steel by scanning the pallet label. And then they create a pick. That's one of the more popular ways, and that's something that the club really needs to use, because once they create a pick, then the handheld will let the floor partner know which merchandise came in first, so that the first in can be the first out. And then this is an example of Mr. John doing what he's supposed to do for day crew. We're gonna fast forward a bit because he spends a good time actually getting the item down. Okay, so the merchandise is coming.
Yes, please.
Go to picking. Throw 3 dots up there. Work, okay. Pick complete. So now it's out of that bin. Now I'm gonna put it back.
Okay. So, how does this help the club? Using the process where we scan items out and scan them in, it helps the club by being less hassle on the associates, and put that when the associates use the available tools, the reserve only and no location reports will have few items to work on them. So then they'll spend more time assisting the member and more time actually working merchandise out. Then I put less waiting for members that come in during the day and they want items that are in the stills. Sometimes we have a hard time locating the items and getting them down for the members. So this would eliminate more of the time that the member has to wait for the merchandise to be ready to be sold to them. And then I put easier merchandising. When create a new pod, an end cap, or feature, it'll be easier to access the extra merchandise so that you can be ready to get it out of the stills and work it out. And then on the next slide, I have possible solutions. So for the first solution, I was saying that night crew could work the no location and reserve only reports so that they could get a feel of where a disconnect may be within the club. So by them working the no location and reserve only reports, it'll be easier for them to get on board with making sure that they're scanning merchandise in and out of the still. Then I had for another solution to alternate the managers or team leads responsible for doing the report. That's almost the same as having nights do it, but say instead of having the associate that mainly works grocery do it, like the team lead for grocery, instead of having them always do it, we could probably have maybe someone of electronics to do it and just pass it around throughout the store so multiple people can have their hands on it so that they can get more familiar with ways to kind of fix it, which is, it's not hard. Just once we get everybody on track, they'll just pick up. Then I have ensure that all associates operating a forklift have training on how to properly assign and remove pallets into and out of the still. That's just verbatim word of mouth, or we can have them rewrite CBLs every now and then. And then I have that we can create an incentive program that rewards the associates in the departments with the least amount of merchandise on those two reports, the no location and reserve only reports. So a quick little incentive program. We could probably break down the reports into categories and then have the fewest categories, the associates that work in that area, just have them like a little quick, I don't know, like a little lunch treat on us or something like that. And then I have lastly that we could quiz associates using the forklift so that they know how to use the resources available to them. And that's it.